Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tea Time with Cassie and Yvette. So today we are going to be talking about the current trends and fads in toy collecting. And we have a few samples to show you.
And our personal opinions.
Of course, on what we think about these products. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about Pops. Funko Pops, which is the latest craze that's been going on for some time now. Mm-hmm. And what's out there and
what we like, what we don't like about them.
And how much money Cassie spends on Pops.
Okay, I think you should go from like a business sort of standpoint.
Okay.
You've been in the game for a while.
For a long time.
Toys come and go, so you tell me what you think, and then I guess I'll talk about more like a customer.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So I have been in this comic book and toy business for 20 years, believe it or not. And the Pops to me is basically the Beanie Babies of today. And it's the latest craze, and there are Pops that go for thousands of dollars, which just blows my mind how people spend money on that. Those are the extreme hardcore collectors.
Oh, yeah.
And like everything, I personally believe that eventually they will die out and then something else will come along. And I've been telling her this because she buys a lot of Pops. I mean, granted, she does some of the chases, the exclusives, the hard to get. So, of course, they're worth a little bit more. What I like about the Pops, well, besides, they're cute, they're inexpensive. I like how they're packaged, actually. And they're like little bobbleheads. So it's like for anybody of any age.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So. You can buy it for a little kid, adults. I personally have them. I have a bunch of them, Wonder Woman ones, that is, on my desk at work. I've given them as gifts, even to people who are not collectors.
Yeah, it's just their favorite character or their favorite actor, their favorite artist, whatever, and it just appeals
based on
to
TV show.
It just appeals to everybody.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like the fact that, yeah, you know, the retail is between $10 and $12. We here sell them for $9.99. Here's Aquaman from one of the new series, the Justice League, which I think is cool. It's, you know, the movie that's coming out pretty soon. What I do like also that Funko has done, they have exclusives, and not just store exclusives. You got to keep in mind, like, we're a small business. We order a lot of Funko, but we don't order Funko like Hot Topic or FYE or Walmart, Target, right. Some of these bigger stores. And, you know, the collectors are always looking for the exclusive. And unfortunately, we cannot get them because Funko has rules in order to get an exclusive, which we've attempted, but we can't. So they recently came out with the Funko Specialty Series. So these come out, you can only basically find them in a specialty store like ours. So Walmart's not going to have them, Toys R Us.
Yeah, I think only stores that have them are like comic book, toy stores, like FYE, I think carries them maybe.
I don't shop there, so I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. But here in town, here in El Paso, Texas, I want to say we're probably the only ones that carry them.
I think so.
Then there's the PX exclusives, which that means they go through Diamond Comics. And if you have an account with Diamond Comics, then you can get them, which is pretty much any comic book store.
Right.
But the only thing with that is not all comic book shops or specialty shops order them. Mm-hmm. I know FYE carries them.
Yeah, FYE.
And I think that's it in town, at least here in El Paso.
GameStop, I don't even think carries them.
No, they don't.
I don't think so.
So that's what I like about these, because these, like, you can only buy here.
Yeah.
So they're a little bit harder to get. So it's kind of like our own exclusive.
Right.
In a sense. And, you know, they're priced a little bit higher. They're harder to get, but they're highly collectible. So I like that they do that for us as a small business. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, in the recent years, they've come out with the NFL. And I love this because, well, I'm a big sports fanatic, a Raiders fan, you know. Yeah. I'm trying to get Cassie into football because she knows nothing about.
I go for the popcorn, the hot dogs. That's
but
it.
She goes for the food.
To be Pepa and watch people. That's
right.
it. That's all I go for.
So I like this because you don't have to be a pop collector. Yeah. And these are great gifts. Like so many of my coworkers, whatever team that they like, you know, I've given them for a birthday, for a going away, retirement.
And they have no idea what a pop is.
No,
but just because
no clue. Because it's their team,
yeah.
They absolutely love it. And so these are like the new ones that just came out.
Yeah.
again, we're the first ones in the city to get them. Des Bryant, the Cowboys, because we're in Texas. A lot of people are Cowboy fans or Raider fan like me and my brother. So these are really cool. So that's what I like, that they expanded their line. And,
then once they die or they retire, like, they go up in value.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Which is like the Beanie Baby. I go back to the Beanie Baby. They retire. They're no longer in production. You can't find them. The value goes up. So I know a lot of people like to keep them in their packages. I take them out of my packages, on the packages. You do?
Yeah.
Really?
Like even my chases.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, because at least me, and including my boyfriend, we're not like value collectors, I guess. Like those people, don't take it out of the box, it's going to lose its value.
But does it really? Because it's not like it has tape or anything, so you can take it out of the package.
Yeah, that's what I've always thought. Like,
and you can't tell.
What if I opened every single pop we got in, and then like some person comes in and is like, oh, like how are you gonna know I opened it?
You can't because of the way they're packaged.
Yeah, if it had tape, okay, yeah, but it doesn't. So how do you even know it was
right?
But whatever.
So I like this, and for those that don't know or haven't heard. They're coming out with NFL Legends, so I love that. Again, they're targeting a whole different demographic,
right.
And they're just great gifts. They're just inexpensive and they're just really cute. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan, and I collect them too. Yeah. But with the chases, with the hardcore collectors, spending a lot of money, and it's hard to get them because from what we see is if you work in a store, usually the employees get to it.
Right.
So how do you get your chases? How do you get your hard?
That's always what I've struggled with. You have to make friends. You have to have connections. People like I know people who know the managers at Hot Topic, and they'll get those exclusives or those chases right away.
Because most people who work at Hot Topic,
they're collectors too.
Right.
So
FYE and all these other stores, Toys R Us, Walmart, Target, because they have their own exclusives as well. Yeah, they're all collectors. A lot of times, and I've heard this, they get jobs just to be able to get them. They get a part-time job there, and you get discounts, and then you can get them.
Yeah.
Again, that's the extreme collector. And then there's those that do the prototypes.
That's hardcore.
That's very hardcore. And a lot of times they're hard. You have to really, I don't know where you get them, other than Funko Fun Days at San Diego Comic-Con, which my brother and I, Dave, we've attended, and, it's really crazy. If you're a Funko collector, you have to, once in your life, have to go out to Fun Days. It's well worth it. They give away so much free stuff, and it's so valuable because you can only get it there.
Right.
It's kind of like Comic-Con a few years back where you get your pops.
It's like FunkoCon.
Yeah, you could only get them there. But now, one thing I don't like that they've done is they have shared exclusives. So it kind of takes away from the value of the pop in the sense of you can only get it at Comic-Con.
But in a way, it helps people who can't go to Comic-Con.
I agree, because it's so difficult to get tickets.
Yeah, and then pop is exclusive to Comic-Con, and then the next day it's on eBay for $50 when they bought it for $10.
Right, but it also takes away the value because you could go to Comic-Con, get a pop there, and trust me, it's a fight to get into the line, and then once you get into the booth, they might be already sold out because they limit them per day. Let's say there's only 500 pieces. So they have to spread that out over 4 or 5 days. Yeah. But I like that because if you hustle enough to be able to get one, it's worth it because then it's worth, $500. If you're a true collector, not for those people who are looking to flip it and make money. And then there's other people who don't care, who are willing to put out $500 to get it.
I wish I could.
Would you do that?
If I really wanted it, maybe.
Is there a pop out there that you really, really want that you haven't been able to get?
Not really. Not
really?
really. No.
Would you collect prototypes?
No, not into them.
No?
Mm-mm. Feel like I'm not into Dorbs. That's a Funko thing that I like.
Oh,
wait, let me talk about my pops. Why I like pops.
Yeah.
Okay? So I like pops. Like this one that came out recently, and it's the Catwoman from the Batman animated series. It's one of my favorite characters. That's why I like it. Even if I've had people coming in here who like Batman but aren't pop collectors.
Yeah.
And just coming in to get this. So that's why I like pops. And then not only do you have to just like movies or TV shows, but they came out with the music ones.
Yeah,
so recently they came out with Metallica.
I got the Amy Winehouse one. I'm a huge
Amy Winehouse. They come out with
Joey Ramone.
The Ramones. Jimi Hendrix.
I don't
There's like a
remember
bunch
who
of
else.
them. There's like a Jim Morrison one coming
really?
out, I think. So I'm like super excited for that one.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So yeah, like I have people who aren't pop collectors, but are Metallica fans, metal fans.
I think these are cool though.
Coming to pick them up.
Yeah.
So
Again, and they're inexpensive.
exactly $10. Like
It's not much. You'll
it's
blow.
really, yeah,
It's
really
like-
not much.
Right. Dorbs. Let's talk about Dorbs.
Okay, stuff we don't like. So I guess toys we don't like, right? Wanna
Right.
do that? Okay.
Dislike.
Alrighty, so I'll start.
Yeah.
As much as I love Funko, I hate Dorbs. They're ugly. They're small. They're almost as expensive as Pops, I think, usually. They all look the same. They all have the same little squinty eyes, little smile.
Very Asian-ish.
I don't.
Can I say that?
I don't think you can
No?
say that.
Oh.
Cut that out.
Sorry.
Just cut that
If I
out.
offended anybody. It's because they have squinty eyes. I'm like, okay, let me stop while I'm
Let's
ahead.
not put that in there.
We're keeping that in.
Yeah.
For the record.
I'm not a fan of them.
You know, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Like, there's a few that I'm like, the character, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I collect Catwoman.
And us,
So I would like,
and-
I got the 3-pack of Catwoman, Penguin, and Batman.
and
Batman
us,
Returns.
for me, from a business perspective, we ordered them when it was a new line. It gets in Funko, and some people were kind of excited. Unfortunately, it doesn't do well in El Paso. And again, you're right. Same kind of remark from a lot of people. The way they look. I know that talking to my Funko rep, he said, they were trying to expand into other lines because they know that Pops can only go on for so long. But it didn't take off. I mean, they did exclusives also. They did the specialty series. I think the retail on them is about $6-7.99. But
Almost
again,
as expensive as a Pop.
Right,
And
which-
I'd rather have a Pop.
yeah,
than
I
a
think it's
Dorb.
better to spend a few more dollars to get the Pop than to get this. And of
Yeah.
course, there's no value. I think that's another thing with Pops. People they know it's worth it because it's gonna retire.
Right.
They're retiring these two. They did the reaction line didn't really take off. They're doing different lines, so we'll see. But I don't think there's gonna be anything as big and as popular as the actual
As-
Pop.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't like these. I
Yeah.
like the box. I think if Pops looked like this, I think it'd be cool. Like the windows on both sides.
Oh,
But other than
okay.
that, like,
not much to it.
no, I don't have any at all because it's just not my thing. Okay.
David hates
Yeah,
Dorbs.
he hates
And
them.
actually,
Every time
we-
he sees them like on the invoice, he's like, oh, you bet.
Yeah, we don't order
So-
them anymore. They just don't do well. So
Unless it's like super awesome or like a character that we know will sell, like Batman. I
no,
think.
or like Harley
Or
Quinn.
Harley. We could sell Harley doors.
Because we just did a Funko order and we did the
the
bombshell.
bombshells. We only got Harley and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, because that's what everybody wants. So another toy line that I am not a fan of, are the DC. For a lot of reasons. One, the sculpting on them is just absolutely horrible. There's not a lot of accessories. And they're very expensive. They range between $24.99 and $29.99. I think that's a lot of money to spend for an action figure that doesn't look that great. We do order them because we do have some fans that like to, customers, that like to collect them. But we do have some back on the back wall. They don't move. They're just overpriced, and I just don't think they look great. I think really what you're paying for is the line, DC Comics.
Right.
And I've never been a fan, and sometimes, there's, the designer series, for example, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this looks like it's from like 1995. There's just nothing great to it. That's the problem.
Yeah, and I agree with you on this one. I own like maybe one or two of them. And that's
it's
only
probably
because I
'cause it's
like
your
the
favorite
character.
character,
And
right.
it's the Bombshell Wonder Woman. I picked this Bombshell Poison Ivy. She's ugly. Like if you
It's
look at her,
very-
she's ugly.
She's
ugly.
She's not
she
cute.
She has a butterface,
Well,
and
you
she's
know-
very well built.
Well, that's
Butter
kind of when the
face.
Wonder Woman came out. I just thought, again, the sculpting just wasn't really, it wasn't,
I think the Wonder Woman's the prettiest though. To
and to
honest.
me, she was too masculine. I know she's like an Amazon princess and whatnot, but she was just too manly that I didn't, and I
not-
collect everything Wonder Woman.
and
I just didn't like it.
they're not articulated enough.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not. They call them action figures.
But the
I think.
packaging actually is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like this.
I'll tell you
Like
that.
this picture
It's
of
just,
her on the side.
it's different, but I do like the packaging. But that's about it. But I just think it's just an overpriced toy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I only bought the Wonder Woman, and that's only because I really like the way she looked. And even then, like, there's little parts of her that I can, like, pick apart. I'm like, oh, I don't like that, I don't like that. But, yeah. I don't feel like I'm missing out on this.
You're not.
Like, I don't feel
you're not.
like
It's
it's not something I
buy
need.
more pops.
Yeah, buy pops, guys.
I'm going to talk about, you know what?
Something we like.
Another
Really,
thing
something
I
we
really
like.
like. You know what? I'm a big fan of Marvel Select figures. Again, the sculpting on them is not the best, but it is pretty good. It comes with a lot of accessories. And you know what I like? I guess the packaging, it's really big. I think the price point's okay. They vary between $20 and $30, just depending.
Yeah.
Most of them come with the base, so they're really cool. And for me, from like a business standpoint, I like that you can't get these everywhere.
Yeah.
Like you can't buy them at Walmart, you can't buy them at Target, you can't buy them. You really can't buy them anywhere actually, except a specialty store, a comic book store. So it's kind of like something you can only buy here. And they do make a lot of different characters. You know, this is one of the latest ones, the Lady Deadpool. Yeah. Of course, everyone loves Deadpool. So I think this is a really cool piece.
This is a Deadpool with boobs.
Yeah, basically. She got booty, too. But again, look at all the accessories. And I mean, if you're comparing it to something like this, if you're going to spend $30...
I'd rather spend it on this huge thing.
Yeah, because it's like huge, too. And again... I go back to the packaging. I think it's really cool. So Marvel Select's one of my favorite lines of toys, and like I said, they make all the characters. So and this sells really well for us. Besides that, but it sells really well for us. So I like that you can't just find it anywhere.
Yeah, because we have kids picking it up for action figures. We have collectors picking it up to hang it on their wall. It works for everybody and for anything.
Yeah, so I think these are really cool. What about you? Another toy line that you like?
Let me mention this really quick.
Yeah.
So, we're talking about people who aren't collectors.
Oh, yeah.
But things that they still work for them. I just finished Game of Thrones.
Are you caught up?
I'm caught up.
Yay.
So, I'm going to watch the finale with everybody. I'm so excited. So, like this. A Game of Thrones fan. They're not into toys. They're not into pops. A calendar. Like, it works. You know?
It's inexpensive. A great gift.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of people who come in here and again, not a comic book reader, not a toy collector. I need a gift for my coworker. We get that a lot. And so there we are. Like, well, what are they into? Batman, Game of Thrones, or whatever TV show, whatever movie.
Yeah.
And so this is something nice.
It works. You know?
Anywhere, too.
Yeah.
Home, at the office.
Bathroom, whatever.
I mean, whatever works for you. Yeah.
And we have, like, they're available in so many different things. Comic books, movies. We can even get, like, Betty Page. Did you know that?
I know,
we can even get Betty Page calendars, so if you want to look at her on the toilet.
Yeah.
Works. All right, so my last thing?
Yes.
Okay. Something that is really awesome and a lot of people like for a lot of different reasons is these are the quarter scale action figures, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're articulated, I think. Yeah, they should be.
And these are by NECA.
Yeah, NECA.
Yeah.
And NECA does a lot of, like, movies.
Horror.
Like Predator and Alien, like just everything. They do everything. This is one of the quarter scale ones. Is this? Oh, this is actually what our shirts are.
Oh, based off of. Oh, that's right.
The movie. But this is a quarter scale. Freddy Krueger. It's Freddy Krueger. People think Halloween. People think horror. But these sell
year round.
Like all year.
They're a little pricey. They're a little on the higher end. They retail between $100 and $120, depending where you buy it. We have them for $100, $99.99. But they're detailed. The sculpture on them is pretty good. It even comes with
the whole other torso. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's as realistic as it can get. And we have here in El Paso, we have a lot of horror fans.
Oh yeah.
And they just want horror merchandise. So it sells really well for us. I know the quarter scale, like on the Iron Man, I believe like it lit up. So I think like this is worth it. And this for all ages, not just adults, even for kids. We had 2 different Batmans. We did the Ninja Turtles and Deadpool.
Ninja Turtles,
and they all sell out. They sell really well for us here. But this is a pretty cool
and the
toy.
the boxes are always so cool. Like this, the door, like
right. And it's by NECA, and NECA's products. They're, you know, they do really
High
good
quality.
Yeah, high quality
really
stuff.
high
I love the
quality.
packaging on all their lines, and besides, it sells really well for us. So this is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I have my Catwoman from Batman Returns.
Oh, she had like real hair, right?
Yeah, she had like hair. She had 2 different heads. She had like 2, I think, pairs of hands.
Oh, she had a
She
lot
had
of
her whip.
You know what?
She had her taser.
That reminds me, the Deadpool quarter scale had a lot of accessories.
And he was so heavy.
Oh yeah.
So heavy. And he had like, I don't know how many guns and hands and knives.
Different hands.
And
No,
I think he had
different.
2 heads.
No, it was
I
hands. You're right, and a bunch of different accessories. Yeah, that one was pretty cool. And again,
Yeah.
it's Deadpool.
And it's
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you know what else NECA just started doing, which I like? They started doing the life size.
Oh yeah, we carry those.
Yeah, we had the Spider-Man, we had Deadpool, we had Batman. I didn't order the Harley because her face was just not
She was
cute at
butter
all.
face.
A little too masculine.
Yeah, she was ugly.
And they've all sold. We've sold them all. And I think the price point is really good for a life size, for like those true hardcore collectors.
Yeah.
We have one customer who's bought 2 of them from us, and he says
Yeah.
collecting for his son. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
For
that's
his son.
Yeah.
He's like 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like young. I was like,
but I think that's pretty cool.
I want one.
Yeah. So the Wonder Woman's coming out next.
Yeah, and she has real hair.
Yeah.
Like real eyelashes.
That's
and-
kind of
and
creepy.
stuff.
But you know, whatever you're into, that's cool. Like we don't
You're the
judge.
one that ordered it.
Well, because somebody wanted it. It's Wonder Woman from the new movie.
that's true.
So it's cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Excited to get that one in.
yeah.
Did we ever order that Thor hammer? I hope
No,
we did.
Dave said no. So Dave said no. So
Dave.
I know.
I wanted it. It
But
was a Thor hammer. Probably as tall as me.
probably. But yeah, NECA comes out with some pretty. I love all their lines. We order everything from them, and again, it sells really well for us here. So yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that covers.
Everything we like, everything we don't
And
like.
we don't like. So, you guys out there, please let us know what toy lines you like, why you like them, why you don't, and what you collect.
Yeah.
And if
Maybe
you're,
ideas what we should carry.
Yeah.
Or, you know, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
I wanna hear
what
about
do you
your-
guys want?
yeah, let
What do you
us
guys
know.
want? Other than Pops. Because
Everybody collects.
everybody wants Pops.
Yeah. All right. Till next time. Thank you for tuning in to Tea Time.